With Mark Steele. I'm very grateful that he has the time to speak to me. He is one of the main people exposing, initiating the 5G issues going on in United Kingdom. And it's affecting everyone, all of us, and me as well. You can check my channel out, how it is affecting me. And basically now, today, I want to speak to Mark Steele. And basically, Mark Steele has a little bit tough times ahead of him. He has a court case going on, so that's why I'm very grateful he has the time to speak to me. And I want to run quickly over about what's going to happen now.
Yeah, well, I've been caught this Thursday where the council are taking me back to court to say that I've actually breached an injunction, where what I did, I sent them 2 emails. They were actually directed in a court case by a judge to debate the 5G risks with me. And the reason why they were directed by that judge to debate the 5G was because the judge could see from my evidence that the council had broken the law. So he directed them to debate the 5G risks, and obviously I waited a month or so, heard nothing from them, so I sent them an email. And that email basically said what happened in the court case, why they hadn't made contact. This was to all the councillors. I didn't get a single reply from that email, and that's part of them taking me back to court to say that is abusive. That's in breach of the law. But that would be in the breach of the law to send all your councillors an email, no threat, no abuse. I then waited another month and I sent them another email, so it wasn't onerous, wasn't abusive. Basically restating the first email, it was a little bit more robust, but no more than that. Absolutely no breaking of the law. I then, at the same time, I did a video where I asked the council, right, for the business plan for their funeral director's business. The funeral director's business is actually the director of that business is a strategic director. He's also a director in a number of telecoms companies that are involved with 5G. I did a video about that, and the council wrote to me and said I was in breach of the injunction, and it was absolutely total nonsensical. Not nonsensical, they said it was I think slander, something along the lines of slander, and that they were going to pursue me back and try and drag me back to court. Took us back to court. Obviously they wouldn't allow it to go back to the first judge for obvious reasons, and the reasons for that is he directed them in the first case. Obviously they obviously don't want that judge to know that they've totally disregarded what he said in the court case, and dragged me back to court, basically abuse of the law. So they're abusing the legal system to take me back to court, and it's all really, the judge wouldn't gag me in the first case. So what they're trying to do is send me to prison. It's just another way of trying to gag. It's trying to take away my freedom of speech, where I've actually uncovered massive criminal activity, genocide from a technology, a 5G technology that's been rolled out in Gateshead by people who are acting beyond their understanding of the technology. It was proven in the court case that they didn't understand what 5G was, didn't even understand what they had in the street lighting. Obviously I understand exactly what it is, and most certainly it's extremely dangerous. So I was really telling them this and making the councillors aware of this issue, because they have a duty of care, but they also have a duty to uphold the law and hold the executive to account.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's over basically a threat. You're threatening someone from the local council, and this is the only accusation they have against you.
That's what they've said in the thing, but I haven't actually threatened anybody. There's no threat at all. I've actually just pointed them to the law that they are obliged to uphold.
Was there a phone call?
There was a phone call to a solicitor, and that solicitor basically I'm pretty sure he's behind a lot of the misfeasance at the council, and he's asked for his complaints procedure, because when I rang him, he actually stated that the judge hadn't said what I said, and what the judge most certainly did say was that the 5G risk has been debated. And I said, yes, he did. You were in the court. He did say that. And he said, yeah, even if he did say it, it doesn't matter because we don't have 5G. And I said, well, how do you know you don't have 5G? And he said, we don't have 5G and I'm not debating this anymore. And he put the phone down.
Absolutely. No, there is 5G. And as you saw in the beginning of this interview, I've added a video clip of the situation that I'm facing. It's 10 meters away from my bedroom, and I demonstrate it with a machine, EMF machine, measuring the white noise. So basically, you can't live there. You know, you can't get any work done. You can't even breathe in the house. And the symptoms are a long range of, you know, once it stimulates the frontal lobe, then, you know, depression, anxiety, sleep deprivation, bleeding gums, and so forth and so forth. So yes, it's an issue. What do you think is the outcome? You have some legal help as well.
I've got a barrister there. We just don't know. You know, obviously we're talking to the authority. This is part of a cover-up, a massive cover-up about the 5G they've rolled out in Gateshead. They say it's not 5G. I know as a matter of fact it's 5G. It's a massive cover-up, and obviously their last resort is to try and get me silenced and sent to prison. So that's where we're at. So you just don't know. You know, what we have to hope for is that we'll have justice in the court case. But, you know, today, you hear people all the time where they've had issues. Obviously, this will go to appeal. In any event, if we don't get the result that we get, we'll have an appeal. And obviously, this is the cover-up. This potentially could be the British judicial system covering up genocide in Gateshead, because that's what this 5G technology is.
Are you the only one undergoing court right now regarding?
This is the first 5G trial in the world. This is the first 5G trial where they're trying to commit me to prison. So obviously I've been in court before with them, where these characters have basically falsified evidence against me.
Wow, that is pretty big. You are the first one.
Absolutely.
How can we support you, Mark?
Just get the information out, share this video, share it with your friends, family. What I'm going to suggest to everybody, watch the 5G Apocalypse video, encourage others to watch it, have a night in, get your friends round, a couple of bottles of wine, encourage people to watch it. That's 5G. 5G is a weapon system, got nothing to do with telecommunications, and your local authorities rolling out on top of you. Most of them don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it is like that. I went Irish on my local council, and they sent 2 fully armed policemen next day with guns basically to my door as intimidation tactic. And that's exactly what happens when you start knocking on the wrong door, you know. It's an undisclosed department. Nobody knows even where to complain. And the local council employees don't know diddly squat. They don't even know what 5G is, like you just said.
What they do is they give the regurgitated narrative, which it's not 5G or it's something else. They really just don't know. But that's no excuse in law. Ignorance is no defence in law or in the legal system. So consequently, this is a human rights crime. We know it to be a human rights crime. We know of the damage that this technology does and is capable of. So consequently, any cover-up is basically criminal behaviour. Any cover-up, any attempt to cover-up, and obviously that's what we're seeing in the local authorities here, where they...
Absolutely. There's no one, no MP supporting?
I think there's a number of MPs starting to get very exercised. A number of Conservative MPs in particular are starting to get exercised about this 5G. They actually haven't as yet understood the gravity of what we're talking about. There may be one or two. What we need to do, we need to get a few MPs together to make sure that there's enough of them realise what's going on here, and then we can get them to take some action. Because what we can see here is a total disregard for the law. That cannot be correct. You know, this is Great Britain. This isn't Eastern Germany. This isn't Nazi Germany. Yep. This isn't, you know, some fascist state. But it seems as if these local authorities are acting outside of the legal system and most certainly outside of the law. So it's absolutely bizarre what's going on.
Absolutely. What about the Commonwealth law sort of trick clause that you can use maybe to protect
Common
yourself?
law, well, I mean, the British constitutional law is the law that, you know, and everything, even the parliamentary acts, they're all based on the constitution anyway. British have a constitutional legal system, and obviously they're in breach of that, they're in breach of parliamentary laws, European laws, they're in breach of just about every law that was ever written. So it's best to actually use all the laws that are available to us to bring these characters to account. I wouldn't want to, not use the law that's already available to us to seek justice.
And it's this Thursday. How can we support you?
Get the message out to try and get as many people in Newcastle as possible on Thursday the 16th, I think it is. So it's this Thursday coming. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to add the link to it as well, and then you can get hold of Mark Steele over Facebook. He's pretty active. Going to add your email and whatever, and then my contact as well for any further questions. And
Sandra, if anybody wants any information, tell them to go to saveusnow.org.uk. Anybody who wants to get active and wants to start acting in their locality to stop this criminal behaviour. So the resistance movement, Save Us Now, so it's saveusnow.org.uk. Send them an email at info@saveusnow.org.uk. So it's info@saveusnow.org.uk. Send them an email and they'll send you documentary information about how to act in your locality to bring this to people's attention and also to get it stopped.
absolutely. No, people, Mark Steele needs your support, okay? He's the pioneer in this movement here in UK. There's no one else. He needs your support, and we are gonna back you up. I'm backing you up, and it's good to see here in AV10 that the crowd was abundant, and I have added the video links about my situation in front of my house for the skeptics, and just see it for yourself. And that is that. Thank you, Mark, very much. This is just part one, and we're going to see each other, I'm sure, after court, okay? So thank you very much. It will all sort out, I promise you. Bye.